Hello everyone, welcome to our Timeless Oracle reading. Our Oracle card for today belongs to the Mediumship Training Deck by John Holland and Lauren Rainbow. Now the card for today is entitled Masters of Mediumship. Now, there is a saying, when the student is ready, the master will arrive. Oftentimes, the universe gives us people or guides. It can be spirit guides, certain masters, or certain guides that will help us in our spiritual journey. Now, the guides can either be in the physical realm. It can either be also in the spiritual realm. So sometimes if the master comes from the spiritual realm, this could be our spirit animals, our guardian angel, or the archangels, our ancestors, or certain guides that really are specifically assigned to us because they are the ones who can teach us things that we presently need in our spiritual journey, things that will help us evolve faster or undergo transformation faster. But there are also other ways of learning in our spiritual journey, and that is to try to read about the lives of those who had gone ahead of us in this journey of intuition. The card here speaks of Masters of Mediumship. Now, the Masters of Mediumships, these are the people who were ahead of us in that journey towards becoming a medium. Now, not all of us might be called to become mediums, but all of us are called to live a life of intuition, because intuition, developing our intuition, is part of our journey towards that, having a deeper relationship with the divine. And so sooner or later we can learn things from people who have deepened in their spiritual life. Now, it depends on the direction that the divine is leading us. For example, if one is inspired to become a lawyer, you try to read about stories of great leaders who in the field of being a lawyer. If you are inspired to be a light worker, you try to read about the lives of people who have inspired people in their spiritual growth, or inspired people to become living better lives. So certain things like this, because somehow it somehow lessens the struggle that we encounter if we also try to read about the lives of those who have gone away ahead of us. It's like there's no need for us to reinvent the wheel. The wheel has already been invented, and oftentimes there are many things. So for example, in the way towards deepening one's intuition, there are already a lot of people who have gone ahead of us, and it helps when we learn from them, their experiences, towards a journey into a deeper intuitive living, because it somehow allows us to avoid certain pitfalls that they can help us free ourselves from that. And when we are able to avoid committing mistakes, then our journey will become faster. That's why often the best students usually are able to do more than the master who have taught them, because the master helped them avoid pitfalls that the master have already experienced. So the master gives them the shortcut and gives them the technique that would help the students to travel faster and grow faster in their journey. And so what happens, because it was easier for the students, then they are able to improve more on what the master have already learned. So instead of reinventing the wheel, we learn how the wheel is being made and how the wheel functions, and from that we can innovate further the wheel. So what happens is an improvement. So learning from the master is very, very important, because they allow us to avoid pitfalls that we would have encountered, because the master has already given us certain knowledge. So the journey becomes easier, becomes faster, and we are able to enjoy more the journey, because the master can teach us certain secrets that will allow the journey to become more interesting, that will allow us to discover certain things that other masters might not have seen. Sometimes some masters will teach us one thing, and then when we read the life of another master, it will teach us another thing. And there will be certain masters that will resonate with our journey. So it's also very important for us to choose the masters, the lives of the masters that we are inspired to follow. So reading about biographies of those who have gone ahead of us, especially in the journey towards a deeper intuitive life, helps us, especially when you discover a certain life that resonates with you, because the insights that they will tell you will allow you to move faster in your spiritual journey and makes your spiritual journey more enjoyable, more fruitful. So somehow this card inspires us to read about lives of inspiring people, and not only that, to be open also to moments wherein the universe brings us people who would guide us along our way. To have that humility to accept that we can still learn from others. The one of the biggest obstacle to learning and to progress in our spiritual journey is when there is that pride to think that we are the best teacher of our journey. The best teacher of our journey is a humble we, okay, the humble me. When we learn to become humble, knowing that we can always learn something, not only from the divine, not only from our spiritual guides, but also from people that the universe brings along our way. To be also honest, to accept when we commit a mistake, and then we realize, sometimes people would give us certain taps in our shoulder. To have that humility to let them guide us is a great thing. So somehow I'm talking about how to learn more from the masters in a general sense, but this card right now speaks of reading about the lives of the masters who have gone ahead of us, and try to see which lives resonates with us, and to study that life that resonates with us, so that our journey will be more fruitful, will be faster, and we will be able to grow also even more effectively in our spiritual journey through the example of the lives of, or biographies of, the masters who have gone ahead of us. Now let us try to read at the back of the card of this card, and try to see what more insights we can gain from this card. Okay. At the back of the card it says, Masters of Mediumship. Many pioneers, scholars, and tutors in the field of mediumship and psychic sciences have paved the way for aspiring mediums. Much can be learned from mediums from bygone years to assist you with the unfoldment of your spiritual abilities and develop them safely and wisely. Now this is very important. It says here, safely. Now it's true. It will allow us to journey more safely. Okay, let's continue. You can gain many insights from the invaluable wisdom and knowledge of those mediums that have dedicated their lives to serving spirit. You can learn different styles and facets of mediumship. But more importantly, you can understand how they lived and handled their everyday physical lives while using their gifts, talents, and abilities to help others. Now, okay, let's take a pause here. Yes, it is important not only to listen to the wisdom that they impart, but also to try to see how they are living their life, how they are able to balance between their inner journeys and their external life. We try to see whether the growth or the discoveries that they encounter in their inner journeys, does it overflow into their life, and does it make their life better, and does it also affect the lives of others to make the lives of others better. Now this is very important because in discernment of who are truly masters that will truly guide us, we also see it by the fruits of their life. Like for example, you see the goodness of a person depending on the fruits of their life. They do not only speak of their, don't only speak of wisdom, but you also see that wisdom being applied also in their lives. Okay, let's continue. And now they give here names of these masters of mediumship. Okay, Emma Harding Britton, Arthur Findlay, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Grace Cook, Estelle Roberts, Gordon Higginson, Coral Polge, Ivy Northage, Eileen Garrett, Ursula Roberts, Doris Stokes, Albert Best, and Arthur Ford are just some of the great pioneers who have dedicated their lives to spirit. Researching some of these past mediums, as well as studying present-day experienced mediums and teachers, will help you gain inspiration and guidance. Be discerning and choose who resonate with you. The ones you consider to be authentic and who treat the work with the highest regard. Don't emulate them, just learn from them. Okay, this is important. Don't emulate them, just learn from them. The important thing here is to get the gems that resonates with you and that you are able to apply into your life. So instead of being the second best, for example, if the medium is Arthur Conan Doyle, don't try to be the second best Arthur Conan Doyle. Be the best you. And to be the best you is you try to get the gems from these masters and apply it if it resonates with you. And from that, you apply it into your life and you evolve and become who you truly are. Not become another sort of like the second medium of the medium's name. Okay, so something like that. Not to try to be the second best person, but to be who you are and to learn, just get the gems from them, and from them you are able to develop the true you that is meant to be. Okay, so I repeat, it says here, don't emulate them, just learn from them. Okay, let's continue. Be yourself and ask Spirit, please help me to work the way you want me to work and not the way I want to work. Okay, this is also important. Okay, another side comment. It's also very important to allow the Spirit to guide us the way the Spirit wants us to go. That humility to allow ourselves to be guided by the Spirit, not the way we want to go, but the way the Spirit wants us to go. Okay, let's continue. So let's repeat it. Please help me to work the way you want me to work and not the way I want to work. By doing so, you are opening yourself to new ways of learning as well as new experiences, and you'll become a wiser medium. So, yeah, learn from the lives of the expert and also be docile to the guiding hand of the Spirit. You allow where the Spirit guides you. You go with the flow so that you will be able to learn what the Spirit wants you to learn. So, the humility to allow ourselves to be guided, the humility to always be open to new things. Well, that's it for today. I hope you were able to receive some inspiration to read about the lives of those who are also have undergone the spiritual journey. Now, here they speak of masters of mediumship. There are other people also who can teach us a lot about spiritual journey and journey towards a deeper intuition. And these are often considered in some faiths as saints or spiritual leaders. Okay, you try to see. There are a lot of information about the lives of these people, and try to see which guides resonates with our present journey. And we try to learn as much as we can, and try to get the gems that resonates with us from their lives. So that's it for today. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Our channel is growing thanks to your assistance, and it allows us to reach more people. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.